Joey succeeds in attacking my life points, I'll lose the duel and my Egyptian god.
Hey there everybody, it's the one and only Julius Caesar back again with another hot take. And this time I want to talk about a show that I grew up watching as a child, a show that is near and dear to me. This show is called Yugioh! What I want to talk about is the mishandling of one of my favorite characters of all time, Mr. Joey Wheeler. My man Joey Wheeler, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there was such a mishandling of this character, and it enrages me. It makes me so pissed when I think about season 2, which was the Battle City tournament and the whole Pharaoh, Marek arc, right? This whole season gets me so mad. Specifically pisses me off is the fact that this man lost in the semifinals to Marek. And here's why I'm so pissed about this, right? Here's how I would have done it, right? First and foremost, I understand the show is called Yugioh, so it's about Yugi, right? But that doesn't mean you have to be a prisoner to the name of the show. What you could have done, if for those who know ball, right? For those that know Yu-Gi-Oh, Joey lost to Yugi in season 1. In the first season, he lost to Yugi. This was fine because it's a way to introduce Yugi as the main character. His grandpa gets taken away. That's cool. Joey had the motivation of trying to get the money for his sister. He still got the prize money. Nothing wrong with season 1, right? We're doing good. Season 2, this man Joey gets brainwashed by Marek. So now he's a prisoner of Marek, right? So that's enough motivation to go be like, yo, I gotta get my get back, right? So he faces him, right, in the semis. But here's what I would have changed, right? Before that episode, there is an episode where all 4 of them are going up against each other, right? To decide who's facing who in the semifinals. And this is the part where Joey tells Yugi, yo, let me get Marek because I want to be able to beat him, right? That's good enough motivation already. You're doing good, right? What Yugi does is, Yugi's like one of the worst friends of all time. I'm just going to be honest. Yugi's like, I bet he doesn't have an Egyptian god card. Like, he doesn't have anything on his side. I'm going to let him still get cooked. So if anything, Joey losing to Marek, that's on Yugi. Because Yugi should have been a friend and he let Joey die. I'm like, bro, come on now. Like, you got to have some sense. You a pharaoh. What I would have done was I would have had Kaiba face Marek in the semis. Because Kaiba, you know, Kaiba's whole arc is like, yo, I'm the best. And so just have him straight up go against Marek. Also, by having Kaiba face Yugi in the semis, Kaiba now takes 2 L's to Yugi in back-to-back seasons. So that makes Kaiba look bad too. Now you're messing up his character arc as well because he can't get the job done. Even though he has all the money in the world, he could afford any card, he has Obelisk the Tormentor, still loses to Yugi. But had he lost to Marek, that is understandable. Like, obviously, Marek's the villain, Marek's the guy that should be in the finals. But Kaiba losing to him, now Marek has Obelisk and the Wind Dragon Raw. So it creates whoever would face him in the final, it builds it up even more, right? Secondly, we established that Joey lost to Yugi in season 1, right? Why not have Joey beat Yugi in the semis? I understand the show is about Yugi. I understand the whole Pharaoh history, but you could have gotten away with it because it would have made Joey's story much more better had he beat Yugi in the semis. Therefore, now he's in hold of the Slifer, the Sky Dragon. Or if my son really wanted to be big dog Joey, you know what I'm saying? He could have been like, I don't need an Egyptian god card. I got the deck that I need. I'm going to do what I do. And I'm going to go get this dub. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have. You still could have had that moment at like when he's unable to like call out the attack. But this time he does call it out. And that's how he beats Marek. And he had taken down Yugi. He took down Marek. And then Kaiba was hating ass. Kaiba could have been at the end of that season, right? Kaiba could have been like, well, you know, you never beat me. So I don't know if I could respect that, right? And then you have Joey pack him up too. Can you imagine the aura defining moment? Right now there's a timeline where we're talking about that season of Yu-Gi-Oh where Joey took down 3 Egyptian god cards and took down the top 3 duelists in the Battle City tournament. Just imagine that timeline. My son would have been so goated. And then you can still keep doing the seasons you had. You could have still made it about Yugi in season 3 with the Ori Calcos. That story still continues the same, but Joey is now an established character. He's a threat. He's a big dog. but then you make him get a dragon in season 3, but it's hard for us to take him seriously because he didn't really like win anything. He was always second place, or he was always third place. So it's just like, for me, it didn't make sense. Then later on in seasons, he loses in the first round to some guy in like pink hair. But just imagine, had he won season 2, right? Had he won the whole tournament, that loss in later on in the first round makes that threat in the moment feel even more bigger, because you're like, oh shit, like Joey won the finals and he got cooked in round 1. Like, this guy must be a big threat. So me as a writer, if I'm writing Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm all about character arts and just like character arcs, right? And I'm just trying to provide the best show possible. And for me, they really messed up when my man Joey lost in the semis, and he almost beat the main guy. My man lost because he died. My man couldn't call off an attack. So needless to say, Joey also reminds us of us. Like, when we first watched the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh, we were Joey, if you think about it, right? We've never played Yu-Gi-Oh before, most of us. We're just learning the card game. So that's why I think a lot of us have this love and admiration for Joey Wheeler, because we are him. Like, we see ourselves in Yu-Gi-Oh as Joey, because we're also beginners. We also never played the card game before, and we're trying to learn, and Yugi's trying to teach us. Also, mind you, Yugi the whole time like knew everything. And let's just put into perspective this, right? Just imagine you never been a doctor in your life, right? And then you go to a convention where you meet other doctors, and then you go in, like, you have to prove yourself to these other doctors and say, hey, look, I know how to resuscitate someone, or I know how to do this. Mind you, you've never done it before, and you come in second place. This man was cooking everybody in season 1. And he never played Yu-Gi-Oh before. He was going up against these duelists that had like 10 plus years of experience, or whatever the experience was. Man beat Rex. My man beat he beat Keith Bandit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man was racking up them dubs just so he can go out that way in season 2, just so he could take an L already in the beginning of the season, actually, to that rare hunter. Like, you completely destroyed his whole character development. Everything you built so good about Joey in season 1 went to waste, in my opinion. Even though season 2 for me was one of the best seasons in Yu-Gi-Oh, in my opinion, because I just fell in love with the disc, and I really thought as a society by now we would that shit would have been, sorry, pardon my language, I thought that would already exist by now. I would have been so hyped to see that. I'm still waiting for that, like, get it together. But that's one of the moments. It's a canon event, I feel, in my life as a grown man. Seeing Joey lose, like, is so disappointing. I'm sorry I'm going on this epic rant. If you are a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, I want to hear your take. Please let me know how you feel about it. I want to know your thoughts, your reactions, your hot takes. Let me know in the comment section. And if you don't like Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm sorry you have to go and watch this whole video, but appreciate you.